Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Greetings from Koh Samui. In this video, I want to put together sort of like an action plan for retirees that are looking to potentially move abroad to Thailand. I just recently made a video a couple days ago going over the top 10 questions that I get asked from retirees that are looking to move over here. And I use ChatGPT for that, but I'm also getting a lot of replies from retirees in my free newsletter, link in the description below if you want to sign up for that. And they're asking lots of different sorts of questions. So I just wanted to kind of go over a few of those and address some of them, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you if you're considering retiring in Thailand. So one of the most common questions that I get asked from retirees is, how much money do I need to live comfortably in Thailand? And as I mentioned in my previous video, that's going to entirely depend on how well you want to live over here. But generally speaking, you can get by on around $2,000 to $3,000 a month, especially if you're just a single person. Obviously, if you have a family with kids and all this sort of thing, it's going to be more expensive. But if you're just single, you want to come over here, retire, have a nice lifestyle for the rest of your years, then $2,000, $3,000 a month is going to be sufficient. And also, I will say that you can always make more money, but you're never going to get your time back. This is one of the, maxims that I live my life by. I've realized this for many, many years now. And this is one of the reasons why I don't want to work for a company, because I'm basically expendable. They can fire me at any point, at any time they want. And I don't really have the autonomy to set my own hours, have a flexible schedule, do what I want day in, day out. Today, I'm actually going to meet with a friend for coffee. Yesterday, I had a few meetings. The day before that, I had a few meetings. So it's really it frees up your time a lot. And if you're retired, chances are you're no longer working, or you're being phased out of the company you've been working for 20, 30 years. And you just want to enjoy the rest of your life and have kind of a carefree, relaxed lifestyle. I think Thailand is one of the best places to live out your later years. And, I've been trying to get my dad over here for a long time. He could easily retire at this point, no issue whatsoever. But it seems like it's just never enough for him. The greed creeps in, and he always wants more and more and more. He's got lots of money in stock market and this sort of thing. But no matter how much I talk to him about it, I can't convince him to just give it all up and move over here to Thailand, because it's very difficult. For a lot of people, they have the wrong mindset. Maybe they've never left their home country. Maybe it could be the US, Canada, Australia, Europe, wherever. And they're not well traveled necessarily. Maybe you watching this right now, you can identify with this. So it is a bit of a big leap to take moving to Thailand, and then you're in a completely different country. It's new culture, new experiences. But I would say this is very important for your personal development, right? And also the culture over here is way, way better in many ways versus the Western world. And just recently, I've heard on the news, I don't want to get into politics too much, but I did want to address this a little bit. If you're watching this and you're in the US and maybe you voted for Trump, maybe you voted for Harris, doesn't really matter. He's recently started talking about buying Greenland, which is above Canada. It's a frozen wasteland, basically. I don't think many people live there, maybe 80,000 people total. So he wants to buy Greenland. And then he also wants to take back control of the Panama Canal, because apparently the U.S. invested a huge amount of money building the Panama Canal all these years ago, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, or whatever. And he also wants to make Canada the 51st state. So he wants to absorb Canada into the continental United States, which makes absolutely no sense to me. It's just complete lunacy, if you ask me. So, I think that Trump is deranged. He is unhinged, and he's going to crash the economy, especially with the tariffs too. He also wants to impose tariffs. So if you have a lot of money invested in the stock market, or maybe it could be crypto, if you have a lot of assets invested, I would recommend probably withdrawing some of those funds and saving your ass before the shit hits the fan, right? Because I think Trump is going to destroy the economy. I don't really think that he ultimately cares about the American people when push comes to shove. And he just wants more power, and it's going to be a clash of egos between him and Musk as well. They're going to be constantly butting heads. It's just really not looking like a good situation moving forward for the U.S. I think it could be the beginning of the end. But it's already getting really, really bad. And then once Trump is in there, it's just going to get even worse, in my opinion. Who knows how it's actually going to play out? Even deporting all of the illegal immigrants, that's going to be a huge drain on the economy. Who's going to do the jobs that Americans don't want to do? It's just, and then inflation's going to go way up as well. So things are going to get even more expensive if he imposes tariffs, which are ultimately going to bleed through to the end consumer. Because if he's incentivizing people to, buy American products by charging a tariff on the people that are importing, like Chinese companies importing products into the U.S., is that really going to make a difference? Will people buy a product that's more expensive and quite honestly inferior to, a Chinese product? I don't think so. I honestly doubt it. So that's just going to raise inflation even more. So, I mean, if you're looking to make a shift and you want to move over to Thailand, where a lower cost of living, better quality of life in many regards, and just a more carefree, relaxed lifestyle, then now is your chance. I've got all the information in the description below, and it's going to be, I would say, probably one of the best decisions that you've made in your life. It was for me when I moved to Thailand, 5 years ago. Just total game changer. And, I still get stressed out from time to time over here. In fact, I was just meeting with a friend yesterday. He's about my age, also from the U.S. Actually, he's 31 years old. I'm 38. And we had a great conversation together. And he was telling me, yeah, he does still get stressed out here because you do still have to hustle and kind of, build a business, get deals coming in, these sorts of things. But it's still just a drop in the bucket to how much stress you will undergo working 2 or 3 jobs in the United States just to get by. And it could be anywhere. It could be UK. A lot of people are leaving UK now as well. There's a huge outflux of people, a lot of brain drain. Lots of millionaires are leaving the UK now because they just don't see the point of spending an arm and a leg in taxes, and they don't even see where the money is going. And the economy is just getting worse and worse. Inflation is continuing to rise. The political situation over there is a total nightmare. So I would say a lot of the Western world is starting to fall apart. And if you want to just get out of that entire situation, cut your ties with, your home country, wherever you're from, I would say the time is now, right? Actually, the time was 3 years ago after the pandemic, but the second best time is now. So if you're considering making a move and you want to move over to a beautiful place like Koh Samui, maybe Phuket, Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Thailand has a lot of different places to offer. And if you have any questions about like the best places to live, I just recently made a video. Maybe I'll leave a card up here somewhere, touching on the top questions that I get asked from retirees. And I go through a lot of those, the best places to live in Thailand as well in that video, in addition to many of my other videos as well. So you're welcome to check that out. I've got over 950 videos on my channel now, providing a ton of value on all sorts of different topics. So yeah, any questions, also drop them in the comments below. And sorry, I wasn't intending for this video to get very politicized, but I did want to touch on a few of those key points, just to kind of, I guess you could say, light a fire under your butt if you're watching from the US, and get you out of that whole clusterfuck over there, right? So that being said, thanks so much for watching this video. You can schedule a free call in the description, sign up for the free newsletter, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, stay safe. Peace from Thailand.